it's hard to give one definition for Imagineering because you have a lot of different perspectives where you can see it from. For example, Imagineering is also a methodology where we say it's transformation from the experience perspective. So if I explain to business people, I say it's, for example, organizational development from the experience perspective. For example, the assignment that we have for this trip, we have to find out what the Maltese identity is. So in traditional research you would like to have this surveys and interviews quite strictly, but we use more of a feeling approach or something, and we talk to people and we listen to what they say, but also what they do not say and what is underneath it. So we are looking for the interactivity and maybe the micro processes of the interaction which is happening, and that, yeah, from that we create an artifact or, yeah.
So it's looking at things more in depth and then more from the social way.
I think that's a good explanation, yes.
So Imagineering to me is a new approach. It is it's about creating value in a different way as we used to. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's more than marketing. I sometimes call it marketing plus for people to understand, because if you say Imagineering, they don't have an idea what you mean. So it's more than marketing, and what I especially like about Imagineering is this this positive stance we take, and the fact that we reframe problems into opportunities, and that's what's next for me with marketing and other types of things. Yeah, I don't know exactly the word.
Whenever everyone asks me about what Imagineering is, I will answer them with short answer. It's like, for me personally, Imagineering is like imagination plus engineering. Why? Because in Imagineering, we learn how to embrace our imagination, but imagination only is not enough. So we add the engineering essence. So what we do with the combination of imagination and engineering, we add value to everything that people do. We add experience, we learn not from the problem oriented, but from solution oriented. And then from that, we create the meanings together, not from one side, but from two sides. We include people into the process, and through the process, we create something different, something useful, and something that might be beneficial for everyone in the organization, internally and externally. So I think that is Imagineering. Create new perspective, change a new perspective, and that's it.
Well, Imagineering can be a lot. We've learned that Imagineering is business innovation from the experience perspective. Well, that's true, but partly there's a lot of more things involved, like for example, looking at a positive stand of view, looking from different perspectives. We have a whole design approach, how to approach problems or actually opportunities in a company. And it can be used for any kinds of reasons, for example consultancy, but also to innovate or to create new concepts.
So Lilian, how would you define Imagineering? Although it's a very complex perspective, I would always start with the individual. It's about the imagination of this individual who would bring up and involve and engage all the others in this process of co-creation and designing together for the future. It's so much really engaging. I like when you talk about individuals and co-creation, because I totally agree with you that we start with us as individuals, but it's very fundamental how you co-create with other individuals. So at the end it becomes a very collaborative and cooperative engagement among individuals together, right? Absolutely so, and especially in these changing times, because organizations are fearing change and everything is different now. We have been in this linear context for so many years and see now non-linearity, complexity everywhere, crisis, and still we manage to find this uniqueness, this flower of each and every organization, and bring it with a positive stance towards further improvement.
And that's how the word imagination becomes so important, because in such a complex world, to have imagination and to be able to imagine a vision, to have a vision future-oriented, it's so important for the organizations to really co-create new futures.
When you say a vision, I'm immediately thinking about the concept, about the narrative, which would be so much triggering that it would do this butterfly effect. So you're not only inflamed by it, but it becomes viral for the whole organization.
So I think we have many words now: individuals,
Imagination,
co-creation, future-oriented perspective,
irresistible to change. Yeah.
I think all of this we could call Imagineering.
I agree with you.